Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on the Bells of Steel Premium Safety Squat Bar. The big reason that I wanted to review this safety squat bar is because I've had the Rogue SB1 safety squat bar, and I really just wanted something different. I wanted something that had removable handles. I wanted this better pad because let's face it, the Rogue pad sucks a lot. And so this is what I wanted to do. It was brand new, and it had a couple things like these rotating sleeves that the other bars hadn't brought to market yet. The other brands had not brought to market. This arrived, the box was mostly intact. It was the typical box, and I'll show you the unboxing now. But the bar arrived and it was undamaged. There was no damage from the shipping. The box was mostly intact. I was excited to get it out of the box, get it in the rack, and give you an initial impressions on it. So this is the box it came in. It arrived UPS. It did arrive a little late because the first driver couldn't drop it off, but no fault to them. They get enough stuff for me that I kind of just feel bad for them. Anyways, the box was in decent condition. You can see just a little bit of panel tearing, but those straps definitely kept it together really well. Ended up using some scissors to cut those straps off, pulled the top of the box off, and lo and behold, there she was, and it looked really nice right when I flipped the box off. I was really excited at this point in time. So I went ahead, moved the top of the box out of the way, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview. It's well packaged, good use of the styrofoam. The sleeves do butt up right against the edge of the box, so not much protection there. But everything is nicely wrapped in plastic. It all seems to be tightly packed inside, so there's really not that much motion. It could probably be better, but it doesn't really need to be better. So I pulled the handles out, and I'll show you guys these in just a second. But there was rust like all inside that bag where the handles were. And the bar itself, other than that, didn't appear to have any rust except for where the handles screw into the actual safety squat bar. Everything looked pretty good though. The plastic was a nice touch. It was honestly one of the nice shiny things that I've ever seen. These are the handles right here, and you can see there's definitely some rust on there, definitely some moisture probably during the packaging phase that got trapped inside of the bag, and it just caused the handles to rust. I ended up taking a brass brush to it, and I got most of the rust off, but you can see that they're definitely not that good, and here's kind of a close-up. This is after I brushed it, of course. But those are the handles. They screwed in nicely to the bar. I managed to actually do that one-handed without too much issue. And then I had one of my training partners throw the bar in the rack, and that's where we're going to take the review as soon as I finish screwing this handle in one-handed. So first things first, I just want to talk about a couple things. Fit and finish looks nice from a distance, but if you get up close, you can see a lot of these spots. Like right here, where the powder coat is definitely not uniform. It's purely a cosmetic thing, but it's in this spot here, there's a spot right back here on the bar, and there are several other spots as you go down the bar to the other side as well. The end cap looks nice enough, and you can see it has the nice Bells of Steel branding, but as you can see, and I'll play some video, the actual branding plate is separate from the disc that closes up the outside of this barbell, or this barbell sleeve. The barbell sleeve itself is nice, nicely done. It's just like a brushed steel. It's definitely a bare steel. I mean, it might be stainless, but I'm pretty sure it's just a bare steel. And it appears to be nice. The main problem that I have is that the one feature that this has that the other safety squat bars offered by Titan Fitness and Elite FTS doesn't have is the rotating sleeve. I know a lot of people said that the rotating sleeve doesn't seem to carry any function, but I just wanted to see because it looks like Bells of Steel is trying to separate themselves from the rest of the group by having this rotating sleeve. This was the thing that I was most excited about with this bar. I was incredibly excited to take this apart and actually see what was in it, and I was super disappointed when this is what I saw. And you can see when I'm spinning it here, it doesn't even spin uniformly. There's actually a wobble to it, which I'll show you what's doing that later. It's a spacer. So I took the sleeve off, and when it slides off, there's just a little screw that comes out with a couple spacers on it, and it'll just slip right off, nice and easy. And after you slip it off, you can basically get to all the innards, and there's a couple spacers on the inside. Here is the spacer that's the culprit. It's not even drilled in the middle. It's not even close. I mean, if we're being honest here, it's not even close. Here's the inside of the sleeve as well. Now, they claim that there is a bushing in here. That is not bronze that's in there, because I ended up wiping it out. It's rust. So super disappointed. And I noticed that the sleeves weren't really spinning. And so on one of the sides, because there were some guys going to do a squat workout this evening, I decided to throw on some 3-in-1 oil and then reassemble the sleeves. And it was way more difficult to put back together just because of those spacers, but it's really not that bad to just kind of get in there and figure out. The handles themselves were in decent condition. They feel good in your hand. It definitely feels like you're hanging onto a solid product. There's a little bit of rust. This bar has seen 2 sessions in the gym so far. The first session was just for squats, and it was for one person. And the second session was just doing some JM presses where you bring it down and do a tricep extension on the way up. The vinyl where the vinyl where the Velcro meets the vinyl is already torn, and the stitch for it is all sorts of just all over the place. Like, it's definitely, like, there's like this huge gap over here where the stitch is all the way in, and then all the way down here it's like right at the end. So definitely not uniform. When it comes to fit and finish, not that good. And we're seeing already, literally had this for 2 days, and I'll reach out to Bells of Steel to see if they can make this right somehow. But that is ridiculous. Like, that's coming fresh out of the box. That should not be an issue. Right here is also another area of concern. You can see that there is like a 1/4 inch gap between where the bar sits in the J cup and the bottom of the bar. The only place that the bar is contacting the J cup is on the corner way out here. And if you roll the bar this way, you can pull it all the way over here. And when you're putting pressure on it, basically all of the pressure is on that single point right there. And you can see just from the sessions that we have in it that there's already some marring that's occurring on the bar because of that. The reason that it's like this is because this is a 3x3 rack. It's a rogue rack. And I understand that rogue racks are wide, but if this bar had been manufactured 2 inches wider, it would have actually been the correct size and been able to sit flat in the J cups. The last kind of negative thing I have to say about the bar is that on the website it says that it's rated for 1,500 pounds. That's a lofty claim because I've been searching for plates and I can't find them, but this sleeve length is only 13 inches long. The standard sleeve length for a safety squat bar has been 16 inches. The Elite FTS one is 16 inches, the Rogue one is 16 inches, the Titan V2 is 16 inches. Now, none of those have movable sleeves, but still they're 16 inches, so you can actually load the amount of weight that they claim they can load. We were trying to figure it out, and basically the most dense plate that we could come up with were 50 kilogram competition steel powerlifting plates. And even if you use those plates, theoretically you can only load this bar to 1,400 pounds. I know it seems ridiculous, but this might be something you want to consider if you use bumper plates in your home gym. You have 13 inches of space to load plates, not 16. That could be the difference of a 90-pound jump in weight if all you have is bumper plates. It's not all negative though. There's a lot of positives with this bar as well. One, it feels really good on your back. It has some good padding. It's the same padding, or appears to be the same padding, that's in the Titan V2 and also in the Elite FTS SS yoke. It appears to be the same at least. So it feels good on your back. It has a relatively nice fit and finish. There's a couple blemishes here and there, but it's really not that bad, especially when you consider the $250 price tag. The handles are nice, they come out. They appear to be the same as the Elite FTS handles, and Elite FTS has announced that they're going to be coming out with new handles, so if that was something you wanted to get, you might potentially be able to interchange the Elite FTS handles with the handles on the Bells of Steel bar. So like I said, it looks good, it feels good, it has the rotating sleeves, but to be perfectly honest, it's like my biggest annoyance because they put the rotating sleeves on there. They're separating themselves from every other safety squat bar manufacturer when they do that, but then the actual sleeves don't rotate because there's no bushing. They even claim that there's a bronze bushing, but I took the sleeves apart. All that it is, it's the inside metal from the sleeve sitting on this bar. So it doesn't rotate, it actually doesn't do what it's designed to do, which is an annoying thing because it seems like a really good idea. Let's think about movements like a safety squat, good morning. Maybe eliminating the spin from that weight as you come forward, that might be something you want to eliminate. It's kind of a nuanced thing, like kind of who cares? But what if you do care? What if that's something that you want? Those little differences are what set different pieces of equipment apart. And I think that that's what Bells of Steel is trying to do with this bar. The problem is that it doesn't work because they didn't execute it correctly. Had they put actual bushings in the sleeves, it would work correctly. It also annoys me that the sleeve construction, it appears to be a snap ring construction, but really it's just a bolt. It's a bolt sticking through, and the little metal spacer, it's not even drilled in the center. So when you do spin it, it spins all like weird and annoying and stupid. So the bottom line, this is a $250 bar. They do offer a military discount. So Bells of Steel does that and Titan does not, or at least not that I'm aware of. It looks good, it feels good. You can't load it that heavy, especially if you use bumper plates. The handles were a little bit rusted. There's some minor cosmetic stuff. The vinyl is annoying that already tore. And like I said, I'll reach out to Bells of Steel. Hopefully they'll make that right for me. But I gotta be really honest, and I never thought I would say this, but I think that the Titan is significantly better, especially for the money. The Titan bar costs $218 shipped, and I kind of feel like I've made a mistake getting this bar. If it was me at that price point, and I had considered using both bars, I would buy the Titan V2. God, it just kills me to say that though. So it's officially the first piece of Titan equipment that I want, which is weird. So what do you think? Am I just whining? So I know that I'm arguing over some fit and finish issues, but they're kind of big issues. Like this is gym equipment that you're going to be using. The bar doesn't even sit fully on the J-cup. The sleeves can't even be loaded to the claimed weight. The bushings that they claim are on there are not on there. The vinyl's ripping and there was rust on the handles when it arrived packaged. It is nice, it does feel good, but is it worth spending the money when the Titan one has a longer sleeve and just doesn't have rotating sleeves? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the Titan V2 is the way to go. I appreciate you watching my video. Please subscribe. Please stay tuned for some more training footage as well as some other reviews that I'm going to do in the future. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until then, I'll see you next time.